Hey, hey, welcome back. It is, as always, good to see you today. I almost hit the in stream button. Um, I don't know why I almost hit that button, but I was almost like, hey, let's click that one. No, that's the wrong button. Um, but thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mademoiselle Scythe, for always being the first one in the room and sharing that information. I appreciate you so much, as always. Hello, Mars. Just made some tea. Lizzie is bored at work. Yeah, don't get caught at work. DV, so good to see you. Lizzie, that's the good part of working from home. No one to catch me. Yeah, if somebody's live, like if Tree Boy Ilya was live streaming while I was working, I would just pull it up and try to keep an eye on things. I feel like I'm lopsided. I mean, maybe I'm just lopsided, but yeah. Um, Sai needs to start drinking tea. It sounds relaxing. It does sound relaxing. I need to drink more tea, but I I don't. I'm a little chilly. Got my hoodie on. I just came inside from bringing a box in from off the porch, so I was a little cold. We got a couple inches of snow this morning in my area, and we're supposed to get more. It's supposed to start um, here in a couple of hours, I think, and it's going to snow into tomorrow. So we're expecting some icky weather. It's really nasty down where my brother lives. I had a storm chaser pulled up earlier today that was storm chasing down in Springfield, Missouri. And I didn't know where he was, but I saw him driving down this road and I'm like, that looks like Kearney Street in Springfield. And then he mentioned that he was in Springfield, and then I saw the Baptist Bible College and I'm like, he's on Kearney. Uh, but yeah, so we're getting some icky weather, and it's going to move through the eastern middle part of the U.S. On through. So if you live in Kentucky, Tennessee, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, Carolina, D.C., and up into New England, it's going to get nasty. So, but we have an Amber Lynn video today, and we also have later tonight. Amber Lynn is supposed to go live because it is Tuesday. Um, I don't know what time though. She doesn't schedule these things. She's just boom, she's live. And you're like, "Oh, shit." And you got to quickly pop in there. So, as soon as she does go live, I will pop up in the Discord voice chat. So, um yeah, I think that's about it. I don't plan on streaming tomorrow unless anything major happens. Um I was thinking about starting to make some other videos, like I have time. I mean, I'm always planning on making other videos, but these would require a little bit less work about some of like the fat activists, like Virgie Tovar and Tess Holiday and J Bay and that rapper chick. Been thinking about it. We'll see. But I did not get a screen. I did not get a screen cap of Amber Lynn's video today, the thumbnail. So we're just gonna pop on over to here. So if you do happen to be new here, welcome, first of all. And second of all, I do speed Amber Lynn up to 1.25 speed because she does speak a little too slowly for me. So all that being said, let's go ahead and see what our girl is up to. Hey, Fiona's mom. Good to see you, dear. I hope you're doing well. So last time on Amber Lynn Reed, we had a lackluster apology um, to Beck. She tried. She tried. I'm getting a spam phone call. Let me cancel that. I am busy. And she tried, but it was lacking. It was lacking. Hey, Aaron. I'd love to see. Yeah, we can. I'll. It's. I've been thinking about it, but it's like it's going to be the time trying to get the time in to do it. My schedule's pretty full. Um, ask Sai. She's seen my schedule. it's it's pretty full. Um, I mean, I could try to forego sleep. Who needs sleep? Lizzie, I'll watch anything you post. I appreciate that. I do greatly appreciate that because some of the things I post are absolute utter crap. My vlogs, complete crap. But I appreciate that you'll watch it. Uh Fiona's mom, maybe it's the coffee delivery person. I don't know. I'll have to put in another Instacart order, see if I can get the same person. Be like, "Would you like to come in for a cup of coffee?" No. I would never do that. That would be so embarrassing for me to try to do. I don't I don't hit on people or flirt well, so that would just be exceedingly awkward. So, you have a feeling, Mars, we're going to be very frustrated with this vlog? Probably. Probably. Yeah. So, for the last, like, 3 videos I've had in my like, my video title, like, oh, is she quitting Ozempic? Or Semaglutide, is she quitting? Is she quitting? And I think finally, finally, I think she's quitting it. But, let me get my arm of my chair pulled up a little bit here. So let's do a volume check.
To a new vlog. So today is February 5th, and your girl does not feel like getting ready today. Like,
Is that volume okay for y'all? I'll give you a couple seconds here to catch up. How's that volume? So, she sounds okay to me, but I know what I hear isn't always the same as what you hear. I think her volume should be, it's good? Alright. Alright then. We got her backed up.
hello, welcome to a new vlog. So today
I do have a video. I do have a video up showing my pops. I'll give you the link in Discord.
hello, welcome to a new vlog. So today is February 5th, and your girl does not feel like getting ready today. Like,
I mean, me either. So we are at February 5th. February 5th, so damn near 2 weeks ago. Wow. Yeah, we are so freaking behind because we're not even up to where she has COVID yet. She didn't get COVID. She didn't test positive for COVID until Saturday the 8th. Girl, just start banging out these because we're feeling so far behind in the timeline because we're hearing things in your live streams that haven't happened yet on your channel.
I just don't. I threw on some eyeliner, didn't even put on foundation, didn't even care enough to do that. Don't care about my hair.
It's okay. Let the face breathe, girl. And we got the poop bun. It's fine. You know what? Some days you just don't feel like putting on pants, and or bra, and you're just free boobing around the house. It's fine. It's fine. Mars, remember saying if she stayed on the Semaglutide for 4 months, she'd subscribe. I think whenever we did a poll type thing, situation type deal when she first started it, I think I said I thought she would stay on it for about 6 weeks. And this would be week 5.
Don't care about what I'm wearing. It is literally one of them days. I just want to start this off with my weigh-in. It's not pretty. It's not good. And I do want to talk a little bit about it. So here it is. February 5th. Alexa, what's the date today?
Good afternoon, Amberlynn. It's Wednesday, February 5th.
I woke up swollen again.
Hello. It's ready.
Stuff it on.
511.2 pounds.
511.2.
Wait, what? Free boob and letting the kitty try. Oh, sigh.
511.2 pounds.
511.2.
511.2. That's a few pounds. That's what, 7 pounds? Because she was 504, I want to say, in the last one. Lizzie, I just... Sorry, my other laptop is hitting my elbow. I'm sorry. I need to just scoot it back a little bit. I know I've had people comment on my videos before, like, yeah, I've gained 5 pounds in water weight in a day. But so here's the thing. You can retain a lot of water in a single day if you're eating like a lot of really salty foods and stuff. And with Amberlynn also having lipedema and lipedema and lymphedema, it's going to be affected differently by what she eats. But this is a 7 pound increase on the scale, which she's been weighing every day. So on the 4th, the day before, she was 504. So I do I think this is a 7 pound gain of fat? No. I think a lot of this is going to be fluid. But if she wants to start working on that, she needs to meet with her specialist that specialize in the lymphedema and lipedema, and get a dietitian also that knows about these things as well, that can like read up on it and work with the specialist to be like, okay, here's the types of foods that are going to cause swelling. These are the types of foods that are going to cause these issues. Have lower carbs, have lower sodium, and maybe she won't see these big jumps in like water retention. So she was 504 just the day before Mars. Yes, Tayden. Yeah, she would have to be eating a good number of... and hello, by the way. She would have to eat a good number of calories to maintain. But I would also say that her metabolism isn't going to be functioning properly at the moment. And she does eat a lot of sodium rich foods and things. So she's always going to be retaining quite a bit of water.
And that's after eating only 2,100 calories yesterday. We'll talk more about that in a minute.
Yeah, so yeah, but what were those calories? I mean, there's more to weight loss than calories, because if you're looking solely at the scale, or there's more to weight loss than just a number on the scale. If you're looking solely at the number on the scale and thinking that's your true weight, it's always going to be a little off. Drink some water as I'm as I'm drinking a blackberry sugar-free Dr. Pepper. This is actually quite delicious. I have my backup here. I had a can of water earlier. Right, Mars. That's what I was saying. She doesn't do anything to help those conditions. And she needs to work with she needs to get back with the specialist in those conditions and figure out what she can do to help mitigate those issues.
I gained 2 pounds overnight, literally eating 2,100 calories. And it's like, that is a moment where my body is choosing to do what it wants to do because
No, it's not.
I have lipedema and lymphedema. As you guys know, I feel like I say that like every 2 seconds, but it's the truth. It's something I'm suffering with. And it's really hard and conflicting because like people with lipedema and lymphedema, it is easier for them. By the way, that is my broom. That is not a mop. I've had people ask, is that a cute little pink mop? No, it's a broom. I just always have it out random parts of my home because I like to do cleaning rounds, as you guys know. Anyways, I feel like I'm
I don't know what she did over here, but that doesn't look good. She needs to stop picking at it. It's not available in Canada, Aaron. I am so sorry. Do you want me to ship you a 12-pack? I'll smuggle you a 12-pack across the border. Put it into like I don't know, a box of potatoes.
rambling. But so it is conflicting having issues with like my gallbladder and pancreas, but then also having issues with lipedema and lymphedema, because what helps lipedema and lymphedema is a low carb, high fat diet, whereas that's the diet that'll trigger my gallbladder and trigger my pancreas. So it's like
it won't trigger the pancreas, but it will. So here, she's heard me say these things before. Your gallbladder helps the liver break down fats. I did keto for like 10 days, and my gallbladder went out. I was eating a very low carb, high fat, high protein diet for like 10 days. And for about and then for about 4 days, I didn't eat anything because I was so fucking sick. I was so sick. I lost like 12 pounds in like 6 days because I was not eating. I had to have emergency gallbladder surgery because of and I was talking to the doctor and I mentioned I had been doing keto, and the doctor's like, that's what caused this issue. You know, the higher fat intake, your gallbladder couldn't keep up. It created a blockage, and you had damn near full blockage. So I had to have my gallbladder removed. So with Amberlynn having gallbladder issues, I've said before in many videos that I don't think she should do keto because her gallbladder won't be able to handle the increased fat intake. But she could lessen her carbs and increase her protein and keep the fat a little low. There are ways to do that. I'm doing it right now with my food that I'm eating. But she can lessen the carbs and she can keep the fat at an average rate, but increase the protein and increase the fiber. So even with the lipedema and lymphedema, yes, these are going to be issues for her, but she can still lose weight. It's just going to take a little more work, and she's going to have to just watch what she eats a little more closely to make sure that she's not exacerbating these medical issues that she has. I mean, there's ways to do it, and that would be not eating a shit ton of sodium and not eating a shit ton of carbs. You can still have carbs, just not, 200 grams of carbs every single day. So I understand these are issues that she has, but whenever she's been bringing these things up for like years, but yet she's not doing anything to mitigate the issues they cause, it's like, okay, so are you using them as an excuse now? Because it is possible you've told us how you could do it, but you're just not doing it.
Okay, so it's just all very conflicting and frustrating. So long story short, I would rather have issues with my lymphedema versus obviously organs inside of my body. So that is why I choose not to do like a really high fat, protein based.
You can still do protein, just to have leaner types of meat. That's why I buy like 99% fat-free ground turkey. That's why I mostly eat poultry and I don't eat a lot of beef. Hey Heather, what did you miss? You missed Amberlynn weighing in at 511 pounds, and now she is using lymphedema and lipedema as a complete excuse and everything else. So, absolutely Mars, which is why I've been saying for God years she needs to get a team of doctors. She needs a dietitian, people that specialize in lipedema and lymphedema, and her regular medical doctor. Because even with these issues, working with the dietitian could say, okay, here are the types of foods. The dietitian won't give her a diet plan and will not tell her what to eat. Most won't, at least. But they will give options like, okay, well, you have this issue. Okay, well, here's the kinds of foods that would be good for that. And here's the kinds of foods that would not be good for that. Like, when I told my dietitian that I have a hernia, she was like, okay, she's like, is it bothering you? She's like, because we can discuss some foods that you should probably avoid or some foods that might help with any like reflux or any type of issue. And I'm like, no, it's not giving me any issues. It's just more cosmetic. And she's like, okay. She's like, if it does start to cause you some problems, we'll talk about it. So even my dietitian is like, okay, so these are the issues you have. Here's some what I would recommend that you can and can't eat. Yeah, her. Sorry for that pause face, Amber. I always pause you on the worst faces. I apologize. Um. So just because you're doing high protein doesn't mean you're doing high fat. I can show you my macros for the last week. And you can do. Let me see, where's one here? So here we have, so on Sunday the 16th, I had 1,400, that's going to be backwards for you all. I had 1,407 calories, 142 grams of protein, 112.5 grams of carbs, and 35.3 grams of fat. The day before, I had 58.2 grams of fat, 113.5 grams of carbs, 124 grams of protein. That day was a little skewed. But you can pick foods and have things that are higher in protein and lower in fat and then keep the carbs low. It's possible to do. You just can't have buckets of rice in your poke bowl every day. So just because you're doing high protein does not mean you're doing high fat. If you're going to be eating steak, like making that steak that she does, yeah, that's going to be higher in fat. And the pork chops, those are going to be higher in fat.
Low carb diet because it does make sense with my lymphedema versus obviously organs inside of my body. So that is why I choose not to do like a really high fat, protein based, low carb diet because
doing protein based would probably be like, don't do like, carnivore, but the high protein would be better.
It does make my pancreas and my gallbladder hurt. It's just something that I have to deal with, and I can be in a calorie deficiency all day long and still my body sometimes does not react. I do want to make progress. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to make progress every day because eating at 2,100 calories as someone who is 500 pounds, I should have lost weight.
On paper, Amberlynn should be able to lose weight. I think Amberlynn needs to get with a dietitian, get with some doctors. It took me a year working with my dietitian to get my hunger cues and my eating into a good place where I can now start really working on trying to lose weight. It took me a year working with my dietitian to do that shit. So, and like Heather just said, ALR thinks moderation is restriction. Yeah, and my dietitian is not about that. She is not about restriction. She's actually health at every size based, sort of. She believes you can be healthy at any size. And my dietitian is more about adding to what I can do and not taking away. And she is more about moderation. Like, if I want to have something, then I can have it. Because restriction leads to binging, even if you don't have a binge eating disorder. So it's, even if she is in a deficit, if her hunger cues and her metabolism isn't constantly up here, if her metabolism is doing this, then it's not going to be working as efficiently for her as it could be. Like, even this morning, again, talking to my dietitian, we were just talking this morning about, I had told her, I'm like, you're not going to like this. I'm like, but I've been eating later in the morning. And she's like, okay, is that like within an hour of getting up? And I'm like, no. I'm like, it's like, around like 9:30 or 10. And she's like, okay. She's like, I don't want to ruin all the work we've been doing. She's like, so can you, since you've been having a snack, she's like, can you have your snack in the morning, like your Built Bar or apple, whatever snack you're having? She's like, can you have that you can take upstairs with you when you go back to work? And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Because when you've fasted for so long and you're not listening to your hunger cues, your body, this is, I'm paraphrasing very much what my dietitian has told me, and I may be fucking it up. I need to get my dietitian on one of these videos one day. Have her react to an Amberlynn video with me. She's like, your metabolism, whenever you're fasting for so long, it's going to start to slow down because it wants to hang on to those calories to give you energy just to function. Which is why she doesn't want me to drop below 1,500 calories, because your body needs just 1,500 calories base just to base function for the day, basically. At least mine does. Most people, unless you're like fun size, I guess, like most of you are, it might be a little less. So theoretically, Amberlynn should be able to lose weight on paper, but there's many other factors that go into that, and I really think that she needs to get with a dietitian, not a nutritionist, and get with the specialist. So yeah, but you look like you're pretty skinny though too, Mars. I don't think your metabolism probably has much of an issue. Oh, hey, Zombius now. Hey, Moody. Good to see you guys. So anyway, that's my rambling. Anyway, we're going to listen to Amberlynn. Let me back her up a smidge here.
And I can be in a calorie deficiency all day long, and still my body sometimes does not react. I do want to make progress. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to make progress every day, because eating at 2,100 calories, as someone who is 500 pounds, I should have lost weight. Having lipedema and lymphedema while trying to lose weight, but also suffering with like weird pancreas and gallbladder issues, it's giving like I'm a human in quicksand trying to get out of it, and I like literally can't. Anyways, I did eat today. I've had 495 calories. I did not film because I was busy answering a ton of questions for my therapy appointment tomorrow. I'm telling you, there was like 100 questions. I was like, oh my God, this is a lot. Like, it was definitely triggering, but therapy is triggering. So I was eating my food. It was a sandwich, so here's a picture of that. And
hey, is that the blow sandwich? The bacon, lettuce, onion, and we have some turkey or chicken breast in there too. Something I just thought of as well. Oh, I lost it. She said something that made me think of something. Hold on, let me back her up and see if I can think of it again.
195 calories. I did not film because I was busy answering a ton of questions.
Don't make you blush. Oh my God, what was the thought? What did she say that made me think of it?
React. I do want to make progress. Obviously, I'm...
Oh, I know what it was. So, I know that Amberlynn doesn't have a cycle anymore, because she had a full hysterectomy. But I'm wondering if her body hormones, like she is kind of going through menopause, but I'm wondering, or she is going through menopause, but I'm wondering if her hormones will still have that monthly pickup that'll make her feel hungrier and possibly make her a little more bloated and whatnot. So I'm wondering if just 1 week out of the month, her body is still kind of having that hormonal cycle. I'm not sure if having a hysterectomy kind of removes all of that, or if the hormonal cycles are still there. I don't know. I probably should know this, but I don't know. I think you're skinny looking at your picture there.
I'm not gonna be able to make progress every day because eating at 2,100 calories, as someone who is 500 pounds, I should have lost weight. Having lipedema and lymphedema while trying to lose weight, but also suffering with like weird pancreas and gallbladder issues, it's giving like
A BMI sandwich, bacon, mayo, and iceberg. I like blow better. It's a blow sandwich. Because she has onion usually too.
I'm a human in quicksand trying to get out of it, and I like literally can't. Anyways, I did eat today. I've had 495 calories. I did not film because I was busy answering a ton of questions for my therapy appointment tomorrow. I'm telling you, there was like 100 questions. I was like, oh my god, this is a lot. Like, it was definitely triggering, but therapy is triggering. So I was eating my food. It was a sandwich, so here's a picture of that, and I'm telling you, that is like the best sandwich ever. It is so good.
Oh, because we need a picture of you shoving it into your face too.
It's just bacon, chicken lunch meat, mayo, mustard, red onion, lettuce.
From friendly customer service folks to faster speeds to fair.
It's giving BLT without the tomato, and we add some onion and chicken lunch meat, which I
It's giving BLT, but completely not. Whoops. I just kicked my UPS.
actually said that in my last vlog too, but y'all, I'm telling you, Oklahoma like might be one of the windiest places I've ever lived sometimes.
Girl, you haven't lived in Missouri.
I just came back in from walking Twinkie, and yeah, it's a windy, but it's weird. I noticed where I go to like walk Twinkie and stuff, like it's more windy, like in that section.
The people need to know the answers to these questions, so important. We don't need to know what she's answering for her therapist. That is not our business.
Versus like when I turn the corner and go around the building, it's not as windy over there. I'm just like, it doesn't make sense. Wind does not make sense. So where I go to like walk Twinkie and stuff, like it's more windy, like in that section. Versus like when I turn the corner and go around the building, it's not as windy over there. I'm just like, it just.
So here's how wind blocks work, and how wind tunnel type areas work. If you have big buildings in your apartment complex, and the wind is coming from that direction, the wind is going to be whipping down that direction. And if you turn the corner around the building and the wind is hitting the building, it's not going to be hitting you because you're behind a windbreak. See how that... So, here. This hand isn't feeling the air because this hand is blocking it.
It doesn't make sense. Wind does not make sense. So I actually also got
Wind does not make sense.
done talking to a friend of mine. Her mom also has like lipedema problems, and she just made me feel a lot better. It's great to have like people in your life that are like super supportive, but I need that in my life, trust me. Especially people who like understand the struggle, you know? And I was just talking more, and
Professor Libby. I could be a professor, but I don't want to teach. Wind is so hectic. Zombies now. Before menopause, I would get 3-day headaches, and now I don't menstruate, but I still get my 3-day headaches. I've been having headache issues too right before my cycle. And I mentioned it to my gyno last year, and she offered to give me like a birth control pill to help regulate the hormones. Like, you guys need to know this. But I declined. She told me to just try Excedrin, I think, because it has caffeine, and the Excedrin does help when I. But I have noticed, like, the couple of days before my cycle starts, I'll start to get some nasty headaches, and sometimes I don't know if it's sinus issues or if it's just because I'm a woman. So, so that's interesting. You do still get those headaches. Hmm. So Amber could still be having the hormonal effects from her cycle just because the body is still producing those hormones, even though she's not uh menstruating anymore because she doesn't have her lady bits. Wind is fake, you guys. Totally. It's like 2 degrees, and you need to. Oh my god, I am so sorry, Heather. Yeah, it is. It is very cold. We have like winter weather advisories. It's 10 degrees Fahrenheit here right now, but it feels like -3. For you silly Celsius people, 10 degrees Fahrenheit is -12 degrees Celsius, and -3 is -19 degrees Celsius. For Heather, it is -16.6 degrees Celsius. So, I am glad that Amber Lynn does have supportive people in her life. She does need people that are supportive and understanding. What she doesn't need, though, is that people that will constantly just be like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. She does need people that will provide a little bit of pushback and challenge a little bit. Um, I try to be that person in Amber Lynn's life, apparently, making these videos. If she is still watching my videos, I don't know. Um, but I mean, it's she does need to have a good support system, but she doesn't need to have enablers. You know what I mean? That is not the right
They were
button.
talking to me, giving me their 2 cents, their advice. Sometimes I need it. And honestly, the winning choice here, the conclusion of it all, is I probably should not be weighing myself daily. I have not been weighing myself daily.
Woo, that's cold, zombies now. Doesn't seem like she wants to be challenged. Yeah. So she's been weighing herself daily and she shouldn't be. I would agree for somebody like Amber Lynn, that's not a good thing to do.
In a very long time, and I only wanted to do it for this series, but I'm realizing more than ever it literally puts me in the worst.
It literally is going to be triggering for her. The numbers can make you feel like shit. Again, back to me because it's all about me. Talking to my dietitian this morning, I weighed myself this morning, and I told her that I was frustrated because there really hasn't been a change from the last time I weighed a few weeks ago. But my cycle just ended, so I'm probably still a little bloated. So she said, okay, weigh in next week. She's like, and you'll probably see it go down a few pounds from what it is right now. She's like, because you've maintained from what you were from the last number that I have written down. She's like, you're pretty close to the same. She's like, so if you're the same as you were then, but your cycle just ended, you're going to actually be less. She's like, I know we've discussed before to not step on the scale when you're on your cycle. She's like, I don't do that either. She's like, so next week on Tuesday, she's like, step on the scale. She's like, we'll do it weekly. So Amber Lynn definitely needs to not be weighing every single day. That's not going to do her any good mentally, and it's not going to give her any solid reference point. She needs to either just pick a day each week or every 2 weeks and use those as milestones. I say she needs to. In my opinion, it would be better for her too. Yeah, Mars, weighing every day, it just, the numbers get into your head. They make you feel crazy because you feel like you're either not doing enough or whatever, and it just gets into your head.
Headspace because I ate 2,100 calories last.
I'm glad you're doing better now, Mars.
Realizing more than ever, it literally puts me in the worst headspace because I ate 2,100 calories last night. I was so super happy about that. Like, I went to bed proud of myself, and then to wake up and see that I gained 2 pounds, like, to the average person, it's like,
take a poop. Take a big old poop. This, I know we keep saying it. Amberlynn cannot do this on her own. She needs a team around her. She needs specialists that can help her, help explain things to her, help her understand more what her body is possibly doing, and then give her the tools. Where's my mallet? Where's my mallet? Because if this is the semaglutide and it's her only tool, it's gone now. She doesn't have any backup. She needs to be working with people that can give her more tools that she can use to lose weight.
Defeat. They're like, wow, how did I gain 2 pounds? With me, it's like, it's fluid, it's water retention, it's all these stupid and annoying things.
It's a big old turd.
And it's like, yeah, sure, I know that, but like, at the same time, it makes me anxious. So I can't be doing the daily weigh-ins. I can't, and I hate to let people down, but I'm genuinely telling you, my new like 2025 slogan, which I feel like everyone should be saying this, is I need to protect my peace.
Okay, Callie. I don't think anybody has been wanting her to weigh in every single day. I think most people have said that's not a good thing for you to do. At least anybody that's giving constructive feedback.
I can't do it. Like, it put me in such a bad headspace. Y'all, I'm genuinely so annoyed. Like, I have no words for it. I swear I'm not crashing out, I'm not spiraling, but this whole vlog is gonna seem that way because it's like, every step of the way, I'm like, oh, I wasn't gonna weigh myself daily. Oh, now we're not doing that. And it's just like, you know the next thing I'm about to say? Sundays are my Semaglutide day. I was supposed to message the providers 2 weeks prior to me needing a new vial. And I did that. I even vlogged, letting you guys know that I did that. As the days are getting closer and closer, it still hasn't shipped. So I messaged them and I'm like, I'm gonna be taking literally my increased dose because I was supposed to double my dose. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be taking it late because you guys are not shipping it. And they're just like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is the day, because it was supposed to, this is the Tuesday that it was supposed to arrive. Lizzie says that's why she shouldn't get these weight loss meds through websites or med spa. She needs, absolutely, Lizzie. She needs a team. Hey, Jonalyn, how you doing, hon? Have you found a kitty cat yet? How are the pups? How are you? How are you feeling and doing? Jonalyn says, I'm postmenopausal and my weight gathers around my midsection. I've had 2 knee replacements and the sleep schedule of a bat. I don't have a basis for comparison concerning ALR. I feel like there's so much more. Mars says, I feel like there's so much more integrity with holding your hands up and saying, I need help. I need to do something different. I need more help doing so. Absolutely. I mean, Amberlynn can't do it on her own. We've seen it time and time again.
Sorry for the inconvenience. And I'm like, what do I say to that? I don't know. Like, it's okay, I guess, question mark. Like, this is a medicine. And it's like, I'm relying on this company to do the right thing. So already not getting it in time has been highly frustrating. So I was supposed to get it before the Sunday, which was just a few days ago. Like, today's Wednesday. And then they were like,
Was it Wednesday? Oh, it's the 5th. It is the 5th. Oh, did you post the pictures on Instagram? Did you post pictures of the kitty on the old Insta? I'm glad you're doing well.
like, nah, psych, like, you're gonna get it on Tuesday. And I'm like, okay, fine, I guess I'll take it a couple days late. Like, it's fine. I messaged the provider to see what he thought, and he said it's gonna be okay. So yesterday came around, which was Tuesday, and I was expecting to get it in the mail, and I didn't. So then I was like, fuck. I woke up today and I was like, hopefully I'll get it today. I checked. It said it was gonna be here today. It did arrive. It did. But it's the wrong dose. It's the wrong dose. I'm frustrated and I'm done. It's like all these little things today are like,
Planning to move? Join the 6 million families who discovered a smarter, more flexible way to move with Pods. Save up to 20.
I don't know.
So it sounds like, so two things. It sounds like this blend of whatever the semaglutide is that this company is using hasn't been working for her, which could just be the initial doses. But it also sounds like the company that she's working with isn't the most reliable. Lizzie says, I've gotten meds many years ago from one of those places, and they basically just weigh you, charge you, and hand you meds. It's not going to work for her. No shit, it didn't work for me either. Oh, he came off under the bed. That's so cute. Lamar. Oh. I must live vicariously through all of you with your pets. So it sounds like this, whatever this blend of the semaglutide is, just is not working for Amberlynn. It could just be the initial doses. It could just be this one with the B12 isn't working for her. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But it also sounds like this company isn't very reliable. Oh, he's precious. He sounds cute. Struts like Lamar Kendrick.
Just really getting to me. Just everything is getting to me. I cannot wait for my first therapy appointment tomorrow. Like, I just feel like the weight of the world is on me currently. And it's like, how is this company that I'm relying on for like a medicine that I'm injecting inside of me? How are they not only going to be late, but they're going to ship me the wrong dose? Like, what do I do with that? I'm frustrated and I'm done. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Aberlynn's about to quit semaglutide. Like, literally it wasn't like that until this situation.
And I think you were leaning towards quitting because it wasn't working as well. See, Taden says, that's crazy to me. In Australia, you can only get over-the-counter medications from authorized practitioners. The fact in the U.S. you can just go to a med spa and get over-the-counter drugs is wild. So semaglutide isn't an over-the-counter medication. You need a prescription for it. You have to go to like a pharmacy or some store. You can buy over-the-counter drugs at just about everywhere. But semaglutide, you have to have a prescription for, which is why you have to go to either your doctor and they get the prescription and they send it in, or the med spas are able to get it as well. But you can't just go into a place and just buy it. There is control for it and prescriptions. You can't just walk into a pharmacy and just buy the semaglutide. Although they do have like pill forms of it that you can order, but I don't know if you can just, I don't believe those are ones that you can just pick up.
I love the thought of semaglutide and Ozempic and all of it. Like, I don't want to think about food. I don't want the...
I love the thought of semaglutide and Ozempic. She likes the idea of these things. My leg itches. I'm sorry. I have to bend over and scratch my leg. She likes the thought of these. She likes the thought of losing weight. Unless you're in Mexico, you can buy it at the airport. Yeah, you can do a lot of things in Mexico. So it's the thought of these drugs and them actually working that appeals to her.
The food noise. I don't want to be hungry. Like, when semaglutide is really working and when Ozempic would work in the past, like, that shit like felt phenomenal to me. But it's literally not even working. You guys have been hearing me say that for weeks now, and I was like, oh, fine, I'm gonna keep giving it a chance. And then it's late, days late, and then once it does arrive, it's not even the right dose. Like, I'm just so frustrated right now. Like, I don't even have words. All right, so I'm gonna have some Pringles. This is 100 calories. I'm also gonna have...
And she's a single Pringle. But I'm bumping. Got some shorty smoked sausages.
2 of these Duke's Hot and Spicy shorty sausages for 130 calories.
So these are a good snack for the protein. However, these also do have quite a bit of fat in them because I've purchased these as snacks before as well, and I like them. I like the Hatch Green Chili one. but I don't buy them as often now because their fat content is higher than I want right now.
I also had an Uncrustable grape. It's literally my favorite for two.
What a weird hodgepodge of food. It's like a girl dinner type situation here.
210 calories.
Next day, we're on to the 6th.
Hello, hello. So it is February 6th, and yes, I am just actually an all-around flop lately. I did not finish showing what I was eating yesterday because I realized that's also not productive for me in this moment. Let me turn this a little like that. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but I just need to say, I'm obsessed with how good I did this bookshelf.
Oh my god, there's boobs. Where's my sensor finger? Oh, I don't care. No.
It used to give me so much anxiety.
No, shush. Where is my... Do I have my... I don't have my sensor finger.
To look at it, like, because I hate clutter, I hate messes, and so it just, oh my god, this is your sign. If you have something in your
My office would drive her fucking nuts. I mean, just look at... Oh, you can't see it. But, yeah.
house that is like cluttered, it's giving you anxiety or you need to clean it, do it. Do it while you're listening to me. But anyways,
I would, but I'm also streaming. Sorry.
I'm an absolute flop because I don't want to show every single thing that I'm eating. I can't. It messes with me like mentally. I need to get in like a better...
Because you're afraid that we're going to judge what you're eating. And of course, we're going to comment on it. I mean, because that's what we do. But, you know, at the end of the day, you're eating what you're eating, and it's your choice to eat what you eat. And I would never tell her to not eat something. I would just maybe give suggestions for alternatives that she could have instead, if she's craving a certain thing.
headspace before I do that. But don't worry, I will randomly show you guys what I'm eating. I will randomly do weigh-ins. I will randomly talk about my weight loss journey or lack thereof. I'm hoping with therapy that like the mentals can get figured out, because I'm telling you, like, me having struggles with food, that's not like the issue. That's just like a symptom of something else that I'm dealing with. But like, this is the issues with food. Okay, so this is a symptom. So let's figure out like what's going on up here so we can figure this out so like the symptom can go away. So speaking of therapy, my first appointment is in an hour and I am very nervous.
Very nervous. Us judge? No. Oh, the never-ending salon towels. I bet you have a lot of towels to do for work. Yeah, Amberlynn she needs to, just in general, just get her shit together.
I know.
Don't we all? I mean, I need to get my shit together too. But I'm not vlogging right now, so you all don't see the mess of my fucking life. But Amberlynn needs to get her shit together.
Go away. So speaking of therapy, my first appointment is in an hour and I am very nervous. I know that therapy consists of...
I think she needs to flip the XO around so it says ox.
a lot of talking about things that I try to shove down on like a day-to-day basis. Last time I did therapy was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Yes.
And I put my all
Year and a half.
into it. And I was able to actually heal from situations from my childhood that once made me cry all the time. And I'll show you one of those examples. So when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I saved my...
A symptom of a problem. Let's figure it out. Does everyone know except her? Possibly. Zombies. Now I am a hoarder. If you're talking about Amberlynn, she is not a hoarder. Not by any means. I hoard comic books and Funko Pops. In my video games, I am a hoarder. Just ask Sai.
Baby brother. So this is one of like multiple traumatic situations I was in my childhood. So I have shared...
For over 25 years, Lovesac has been rewriting the rules of comfort. It's okay to change your style.
This is me when I was little. His crib was right here and the string wrapped around his neck. And I'm telling you, I had to rewrite the whole situation, giving every single detail that I could possibly remember. I had to read it daily. I had to read it out loud. And I did it so many times that like I desensitized myself from it. Like I was trying really hard. And with the right type of therapy and the right type of therapist, like healing and change is possible. I love therapy because I go into it like in the nude. That's a weird.
That's a weird way to put it. I go in the nude. I strip down for my therapy sessions. Amberlin's a consumer, yeah. Lizzie, did I get divorced? Yes. I divorced Harvey. And I married Shane. We're talking about Stardew Valley. I am not married. Oh, Zombie now. You are a hoarder. You need help. I think therapy, a psychologist could possibly help with that. I don't know if there's any medication. External people could possibly come in and help just get rid of things.
Weird metaphor. What I mean by that is like when I am sitting.
I wouldn't consider that hoarding. If y'all, not to speak ill of the dead, but my sister's house, that's hoarding. And it was a disaster. Having a box full of crystals, that's not hoarding.
Sitting there in front of my therapist, I let it all out. I literally let down my walls, my guards. I wear zero mask. I'm authentically myself. And I say, when I am sitting there in front of my therapist, I let it all out. I literally let down my walls, my guards. I wear zero mask. I'm authentically myself. And I say my deepest, most like traumatized versions of myself and secrets and feelings and thoughts and things that I would never vocalize out loud to like anybody. I let loose. I let it all out because it's like, why am I paying to go to therapy if I'm not gonna like actually take advantage of?
I don't think she's ever stayed with a therapist long enough to actually do that, except for the last one she had in Kentucky. Now, granted, this is just my opinion. I don't know. But I don't think she's been with a therapist long enough to just be like, I just let my guard down and just let it all out. And I mean, because there's only so much you can do in like a couple of sessions. I'm gonna press X to doubt on that one.
These things. Anyways, I need to spend the next like 40 minutes and just like whoosha, like bring peace within because I'm actually very nervous. So I'll let you guys know how it goes after. All right, you guys, I had my first appointment and please be shocked. Usually I cry, even the first therapy appointment, almost the whole time. But I'm telling you, I am becoming better at like grounding myself and regulating. So I didn't cry the whole time. I did cry one time, just once. But the way my therapist described it, which was such a good description, is like the first few appointments is like opening up a very full, packed, jammed closet and just taking everything out of it and being like, okay, now that everything's out of it, let's look at everything and see what we have to do with each thing. And I was like, that's a really good way of explaining it. So that's very much how today went. And I like her a lot. I thought I was gonna have more to say after my appointment, but really it was just like her getting to know me more and know more about my past and my current life, things that are bothering me. Yeah, it was a really good first appointment. So now I need to do a few things and my mom's gonna be picking me up because tomorrow's her birthday. And I was like, what do you wanna do for your birthday? She wants to go to bingo. She wants to go to bingo today. We think we're gonna do electronic bingo.
That's right. Happy birthday, Mama Lynn. I already said this before, but happy belated birthday, Mama Lynn. I hope you win big at bingo. Mars, I understand that.
Which is my favorite.
Oh, Lizzie.
And we also get to Dob right next to the electronics. We get to do both. My mom went to go order us some dinner. We're gonna have their nachos grande or whatever it's called. So, yay.
So since this is Mama Lynn's birthday, this is Thursday. Maybe she did get COVID at the bingo hall and not from her stepdad, from her mom's husband. This could be ground zero right here. We're seeing the COVID infection right here.
My bingo dauber of choice has been this super bright pink one. It's so cute. And then I also really like this Dazzle yellow one because it's like glittery and sparkly.
Not gonna lie, I do like some concession stand nachos. And these do look pretty tasty. Look at all those jalapenos. Damn, they don't skimp. Got some salsa, some sour cream. Looks like some onions, some cheese. Yeah, I mean, granted, Mars, the food choices at this bingo hall are going to be very limited.
Okay, you guys.
Sorry. I just saw Heather's message pop up. I want a hot dog. Sorry.
Yellow one because it's like glittery and sparkly. Okay, you guys, so I had a really good time with my mom. Stepdad stayed home because he's not feeling well, so keep him.
Because he might have COVID. We don't know. We don't know if it's COVID or he's just sick with like the flu or the cold. A cold. So, we don't know how Amberlyn got the vid. She could pack a healthy snack. She could, but what's she gonna pack? An Uncrustable?
And your guys' thoughts. I hope that you guys did enjoy this vlog. And if you guys haven't seen, I did the trend that people are doing over on my TikTok. I think I did it last night or the night before. It's where people are taking Kendrick Lamar's song because at the Grammys, Taylor Swift was like getting down when they played that song while everyone else was just like chilling. You know what? Maybe I'll just add it here while I'm speaking. So you guys are probably seeing it now, but if you want to see it with the music, it's genuinely so funny. Like, everyone is doing that trend and I thought it was hilarious. And I was like, I need to do that because I literally was standing Taylor Swift. Yeah, Amberlyn Reed is saying that. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support and I'll see you in my next video.
Look at Amberlyn getting down.
Bye.
All right. Sorry, I said that directly into the microphone. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, we blathered a lot in that one. Whoops, I clicked on a random video on accident. He's a super spreader. Zombies now. I want nacho. Yeah, we all want nachos now. I tried to have something to eat before my stream, but I ended up only eating like one of the chicken strips out of my meal. So I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna have to fix something else. Cool Ranch Dormitory. Yeah, the pizza and Cool Ranch one. Oh, excuse me. Why did the audio go weird? I didn't notice anything weird with her audio. She didn't play the audio from her TikTok because it would be copyright claimed on YouTube, so she didn't play the audio on YouTube. Mars, it wasn't a trend, girl. You just copied someone else's video. Yeah. So, yeah. So Amberlyn is not doing weigh-ins. She's not doing the Semaglutide. And she is not doing anything to help with these issues. She is seeing a therapist. But that is it. She's not doing anything that would possibly help with... Oh goodness, I am so sorry. She's not doing anything with specialists to help with the lymphedema or the lymphedema or the lipedema. And I don't know. I mean, she says, oh, the audio sounded funny when she said Kendrick. Um, I didn't notice, but I was probably not looking at her directly. Um, she wants to do these things. She wants to lose weight, but she's not she's not doing things to get her to her goals. I'm sure we're all guilty of this, but Amber Lynn is like a, I don't know, like a serial perpetuator of it. She doesn't stick with things long enough to see them through. And she needs to get with a team of people to help her with these things. Having a therapist is definitely a good start to start working on the underlying issues that she has, but it's not going to help with the physical medical things. So, um, yeah, I hope she sticks with it too, Mars. I really do. I hope this therapist is a good therapist and helps Amberlynn unpack all of her baggage. So, I don't know. Of course, then I see my big old round face here in the camera, and it's like, oh, where's my choker? Just call me Amberlynn. Jesus. She gets in her own way and blames it on other issues. Absolutely, Mars. It's the whole being able to hold herself accountable for her own actions. And I mean, we've all been saying this for ages, that it's never her fault. It's always something external. It's always something external to her that's made something happen. And she never looks for ways to fix the issues because she wants to be able to keep using them as excuses. And if it gets fixed, if it gets solved, then she can't use it as an excuse anymore. Like the BPD, if she starts going to therapy for the BPD and starts to learn ways to deal with it and cope with it, then she can't use it as an excuse for bad behavior anymore. So, I think she could also be afraid of the people telling her that what she's doing isn't the best course of action, and making her realize that, yeah, this is your own doing. This isn't an external issue. This is you. Where's my, cue my clip of Taylor Swift. I'm the problem, it's me. I mean, they're going to hold up a mirror to her, and she's going to have to look at herself and see that she's been her own problem and her biggest, worst enemy this entire time. So, Lizzie, just stick with something productive. I'm one to talk. Good girl, me too. I'm like, Amberlynn needs to do this, this, and this. What's my fat ass over here doing? I mean, my eating is on track, but yeah, it's just. Mars says, and she thinks people won't watch her content if she loses weight. I think it's the opposite. I think we've seen historically that when she has been losing weight and is at a good place in her life, people are overwhelmingly positive. And I think if she were to do that again, people would be overwhelmingly positive on that as well. So, I don't know. It's up to her. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to her to figure out what it is that she needs to do, and how you know, what are her goals? What does she want to achieve? And what does she need to do to achieve those goals? And she doesn't seem to be doing that. She seems to just be floundering in the middle of the ocean without a life preserver, and nobody's going to toss her one because she hasn't asked anybody for help. And she's just drowning. And that's how it's going to end up if she doesn't make changes. Mars says that's how we get sucked into Goral World. Sometimes we see things we relate to. Absolutely. I think everybody that first starts watching Amberlynn relates to her in some way. And even now, like after years of watching her, I think everybody can relate to something from Amberlynn. So yeah. Hey, Jonalyn, have a good night. What concert are you going to? I hope you have a good time. I'm going to watch it snow. She is waiting for the next girlfriend. I really think, yeah, I mean, Amberlynn, again, my opinion, needs to take some time to figure out Amberlynn before she gets into a relationship. Enjoy your meeting, Heather. Are you streaming tonight, Heather? It's Tuesday. Because we will be watching Amberlynn in Discord later. I think Amberlynn's relationships, she never has a solid foundation. She just jumps right into a relationship with someone after knowing them for like 1 week. I heard a song. I was listening to YouTube earlier. And the song by Maren Morris, Bones, popped up into the playlist. I don't really listen to country music. Oh, a little unknown band showing support for the... That's very sweet of you, Jonathan. I hope you have a good time. But the song Bones by Maren Morris popped up into the playlist. And, you know, it's like, if the bones are good, the rest don't matter. You know, the house won't fall if the bones are good, you know, solid foundation. And Amberlynn's relationships never seem to have good bones. They're just fluff. And I think that could be why, like, they seem to last a long time, but they don't seem to have a solid foundation of, like, trust and love and friendship and value. And I think Amberlynn, hopefully, I would hope for her next relationship that she would take a little bit of time to get to know the person before jumping into a relationship. I mean, look at what happened with Erica. Now, she did take a couple of months to get to know Erica, but Erica was a complete catfish. She knew Emily for a week. Look how that turned out. What that ended up turning into. So hopefully Amberlynn will take some time here to sort herself out, figure out what she needs, and not look for external validation and all that jazz. Learn that she is enough for herself, and then find somebody else that she can share that life with. But of course, I say this as somebody that's single and has been single for a while, so I'm talking out my ass. Lizzie, maybe because they start too fast. Yeah. Yeah, there's no like kind of like dating period to kind of get to know each other. They just boom, live together. we get the stereotypical lesbian U-Haul situation with Amberlynn. So hopefully she can break that cycle. She's been single for a month now. We'll see how it lasts. We'll see how long it lasts. So, but yeah. I think that's all we have today. Hopefully, hopefully she will take some of the advice that she's been given by me and other people, and just really work on getting a team around herself to help her reach the goals and be the best version of herself that she can be. That includes a therapist as well. So, my camera is at such an unflattering angle, and I'm sorry that you have to see the whole double chin because of the camera angle. I'm so sorry. But I hope you all have a wonderful night. We will be live in Discord tonight to watch Amberlynn's live stream, and I do not plan on streaming tomorrow night, but we will stream on Thursday. Amberlynn should be uploading on Thursday, so we'll stream Thursday. And I just thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. Sleep well, Mars. I know it's late for you. And Tayden, I hope you all sleep well. Excuse me, but I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much for being here. And if I don't see you in Discord, then I will see you on Thursday. And just have a wonderful rest of the day. And until next time, be safe and take care.